Chapter 2, Women First. One scene in my book, Gates of Fire, has elicited more passionate feedback than any other. It's the one where the Spartan king Leonidas explains what criteria he employed to select the specific 300 warriors that he chose to march off with him and die defending the pass at Thermopylae. The scene is fiction. There's no evidence that anything like it happened in real life, but something about the moment seems to ring so true that it has produced a torrent of letters and emails. This is the book I was talking about, 300, that's on Netflix, and it's a good movie. It's really gory though, but it's inspired me to read this book, and then I read this book, and then after I read this book, it inspired me to make this video. And anyways, Leonidas picked the men he did, he explains, not for their warrior prowess as individuals or collectively. He could as easily have selected 300 others, or 20 groups of 300 others, and they all would have fought bravely and to the death. That was what Spartans were raised to do. Such an act was the apex to them of warrior honor. But the king didn't pick his 300 champions for that quality. He picked them instead, he says, for the courage of their women. He chose these specific warriors for the strength of their wives and mothers to bear up under their loss. Leonidas knew that to defend Thermopylae was certain death. No force could stand against the overwhelming numbers of the Persian invaders. Leonidas also knew that ultimate victory would be brought about, if indeed it could be brought about, in subsequent battles fought not by this initial band of defenders, but by the united armies of the Greek city-states in the coming months and years. What would inspire these latter warriors? What would steel their will to resist and prevent them from offering the tokens of surrender that the Persian king Xerxes demanded of them? Leonidas knew that the 300 Spartans would die. The bigger question was, how would Sparta herself react to their deaths? If Sparta fell apart, all of Greece would collapse with her. But who would the Spartans themselves look to in the decisive hour? They would look to the women, to the wives and mothers of the fallen. If these women gave way, if they fell to weeping in despair, then all of the women of Sparta would give way too. Sparta herself would buckle, and with her, all of Greece. But the Spartan women didn't break. They didn't give way. The year after Thermopylae, the Greek fleet and army threw back The year after Thermopylae, the Greek fleet and army threw back the Persian multitudes at Salamis and Plataea. The West survived then, in no small measure because of her women. The lioness hunts. The alpha female defends the wolf pack. The warrior ethos is not, at the bottom, a manifestation only of male aggression or of the masculine will to dominance. Its foundation is society-wide. It rests on the will and resolve of mothers and wives and daughters, and in no few instances of female warriors as well, to defend their culture, their home soil, and the values of their culture.